Hello. Welcome back to Talk and Tea with Yay. I hope you are doing well. I am so excited. We are back with another brand new guest and another amazing artist. And her name is Andrea Kristin.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me on Talk and Tea. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so I want to talk about you. Okay, this is I feel like you are an incredible artist. So this is your spotlight. I want to shine a little light on you and introduce you to the Talk and Tea audience. So talk a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get into music? How did you start off?
So I think I've always wanted to do music. I wrote my first song when I was like 7. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I've always kind of kept at it. And then I released like a demo kind of music when I was in law school. And then I moved to London to do music like full time and professionally and properly. So yeah.
Okay. So let's start at the beginning. Okay, yeah. So you're born and raised in India.
Yeah, no. So I was born in India. Then after like 3 months, once I was like 3 months old, we moved to Saudi.
Okay.
And yeah, I was in Riyadh till I was in first grade, and then after that we moved to Dubai, and then I went back to India to do my undergrad and stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
So most of your time was in Dubai? Yeah. Okay, what was that like? Because I feel like people might think, oh my God, the glamour of growing up in Dubai. But
I mean, I love, like, the city is always going to be home because I had my childhood there. And, like, as a child, it's, like, super safe. And, you know, because they take their safety and stuff very seriously. Mm-hmm. But I feel like as you grow up, it's because it's so safe. It's so strict.
Yeah.
So yeah, like when you want to be a teen and rebel and stuff, like you can't be doing that.
Well, you're just like, I just want to have freedom and to like do stuff. Okay, that's so interesting. And then, so were you doing music when you were there, or you didn't start until?
No, so I kind of like used to, you know, write songs, and, you know, when you're a kid and you want to be a superstar, watching Hannah Montana, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
And, you know, my friends and I were like, oh, let's start a band and like, let's take classes. And
you were in a band?
No, it was just an idea, but I went for like piano classes so that I could start, like, I could be the lead singer and the pianist of the
group.
You were
like, I'm going to be the Beyonce of the group, and you can all be my Kelly and Michelle's. Thanks very much.
Yeah. And I did take like piano classes and stuff when I was younger, and you know, my parents were always like encouraging me, my mom especially, like, you know, do music, like but yeah, even like I had an auntie who was like telling my parents like, oh, you know, she's really good, like, don't let her stop.
Good.
Yeah.
You actually had encouragement from the family, because I feel like sometimes it can be very opposite, and they're like trying to drive you down a different route. Okay, so then what would you say started, how was your like creative process when you were younger in actually like starting to create music?
I think I've always written like what I felt, but I would just embellish and romanticize it. The first song that I can remember writing, because my mom keeps telling me I used to write music before that first song, that was the one I actually penned down. It was a song about a friendship.
Cute. That's cute.
Like, just 7-year-old me, just like, I remember the lyrics. It was like, friendship is like a golden star. Friendship is like a gift from God.
Oh, that's adorable. I love that you remember.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, yeah, that was like,
oh my God, so you were like a child prodigy writing songs. And then when you like got a bit older, how would you start? Was it kind of like, because obviously playing keys, I guess, helps with your writing.
So yeah, it did help, but the thing is, I never actually picked up the piano like that.
Oh, okay.
It was just one of the things that I could never actually get myself to learn. But weirdly now I can play.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because I understand like the theory behind it.
Oh.
So yeah, from where I am in Mangalore, India, it's mostly like Christian and minority place, like a city. So most of the families, like the Christian families, they would put their kids one for piano, one for violin. So my sister did violin and I was piano.
I'm not gonna lie, you definitely got the better one, because violin, if you can't play it well, the screeching that instrument makes is horrible.
And she actually like can play my
She
sister
can. Okay.
And she hates it. She hated it because she could never grow out her nails, and it was all for the end game of like playing in church. So so what I did instead was I joined the choir.
Okay.
Rather than do the piano thing.
Okay, I like that. So, so you started off how old would you say when you wrote your first full song?
Yeah, 7, that one.
That was a full song.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it wasn't just like a little verse chorus.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. And when was the first time you actually recorded? Like, when did you actually go into the studio and actually like put down an actual song?
So when I was like in 9th or 10th, I there was this song I wrote called What I'd Give, and I tried to record it, but I just didn't like how I sounded.
Did you actually go to a studio?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So my parents like took me to a studio. They knew somebody who like had his own studio and stuff, and they took me, and my mom was there with me while I recorded, and like it was like a really small studio, and it was so hot because you have to turn off everything to record. But I hated how I sounded, but I was pretty young, so my voice had not matured, I would say, and I just didn't like it. Then I tried to do a cover of Rolling in the Deep in the studio to like
I feel like everyone at some point covered that song. It was like a go-to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a hard song though, actually, to sing.
It's true. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I I just kind of gave up on it for a while because I just didn't, it's the first time you hear your voice on a mic and it just doesn't sound what you think it sounds like. And then I was like, I'm not doing this. Then I went to uni and stuff, and I recorded like this little indie song in like a home studio my friend had, and he mixed it and stuff, like just even he was learning at the time, and just put it on SoundCloud.
Nice. What was it called?
It was called Red.
Yeah. Oh, what was it about?
It was like a love song, but it was a very like saddish kind of love song.
Sounds it. I feel like when you're young that you have a lot of like those teenage angsty kind of love songs.
For sure.
So I think that's a good way to start though, is like to do it with someone else who's learning, and you just kind of like figuring stuff out for yourself. And then, so you went to uni in India. Yeah. And then you were studying law.
Yeah.
And so when did you move to London after that?
Yeah. So September 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. So law school was like 5 years because I did a double degree in law and business. So it was...
Well done. Hats off to you for that, because I could never. I think, so during that time, you obviously still making music. And then did you move to London for music, or it was for...
No, so I did my master's in music. Yeah, so I moved for music.
Oh, that's amazing. I feel like London is, it's a great place to be as well. You're just immersed with music around. Mm-hmm. And so moving to London, that was when you were kind of like, all right, I'm going to take this seriously. Oh, okay. Amazing. And I know, so you dropped an EP. Mm-hmm. That was in 2022, was that right?
It was an album.
It was an album.
Yeah.
Oh, how many tracks were on
11 tracks.
Oh, so you went full out, full on. Okay, amazing. And what was the name of the album?
It was called Brown Kohinoor. So I made it as part of my dissertation as well, but I started writing the songs for the album like even before I came to London, so I just kind of tried to merge it all into one thing for the dissertation. But
how would you, was it like a mix of genres? How would you describe it?
I think if I had to put just one genre on it, I would say hip hop. But it had a lot of stuff. Like I had choir stuff going on. I had, you know, very chill lo-fi thing going on, and some really intense trumpets and stuff. So like it was like a mix of everything. It was just whatever, like the album was meant to embody everything that like my life so far. So I think all the genres that have influenced me up until that point has been included in the album.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's so good, I think, to have something that incorporates lots of who you are and it just like blends together. So you started writing it a long time ago, and then did you record most of it in London or all of it when you were in London?
Yeah, so I think it was like over a week that we just recorded all the...
Oh, you recorded the whole thing in a week? Oh, wow. So that must have been a very intense
It was.
Oh my God. I couldn't even imagine doing that.
So yeah, we recorded the whole thing in a week, but the other, like the choir stuff and all, I did that before, but my vocals were done last, and we just did it day after day, because you know, I've been told like, oh, we want to keep the same environment, you know, so that it sounds uniform, like all of these things. I didn't know them when I was recording music. So I was like, okay, cool. It's nice that I'm learning these things. So yeah.
Wow. That must have been intense. But I guess it's good to just kind of power through it, do it. And then, you're still in that kind of mind frame. And then I'm sure that it means even if the songs are completely different genres, it still kind of has that feel because you were in that headspace of that time, which I think is really cool. So it's got 11 tracks. And how was like the promotion for it? Because that must have been hard.Id you do it all by yourself? You weren't signed? It was all independent?
Yeah, so I'm like independent, and I don't think I pushed it like that much either. I'm still learning because I'm doing it all myself. And, you know, I just get information on how to do these things from people like who've done it before me or whatever. So I ended up just uploading so I released a single first from the album Immigrant, and I think that was on 30th September, and the album came out on 11th of November. So I uploaded the single to the BBC introducing uploader, and like it got picked up.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that was, I think, the biggest like marketing thing that actually helped the album, because once BBC picked it up, like other stations picked it up. So, you know, and I got like to be interviewed as the artist of the week on the Asian network.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's so cool. And that was like your first like official.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing feat to happen. That's an amazing thing. So you literally just put it out, put it into the BBC introducing, and you got picked.
Yeah.
Wow, hats off to you. But that's obviously a credit to your music and your talent. So it obviously speaks for itself. So that was 2022. And then since then, obviously, you've just been working on more and more music. I know you have a single that's dropped previously called Charity. So how did that song come about? What is the song about?
So my friend from India, like from my hometown, he used to keep sending me beats. And one day, like I was just going through all of his beats because I was in the mood to write. And I found this one and it really resonated with me. And I was just like, okay, dude, like I'm going to do something with this. And he was like, bet.
I bet.
And I just kept writing the verses, and it never like... a hook never came to me because the verses just went on and on and on. So, but I tried to like change up the flow, change up like the way it's said, like, you know, the lyrics are all joined, like they're all connected somehow or the other, like with double entendres and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, it doesn't seem like it needs a hook or a chorus or something. So it was just an experiment really. And yeah, the reason the song is called Charity is like because that's why I was making fun, like a joke with my friend, and I was just like, yeah, because every bar is charity.
I like that. I really love though, like not having a hook. Like not every song needs a hook. I feel like sometimes you kind of like force it And then sometimes the hook is actually like the worst part of a song sometimes, and you can tell it's because it actually like people were trying to like force finding some sort of hook when it's not actually like necessary. And I think the song is amazing. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. It's not, I didn't know what to expect when I first like started listening to your music, and I was like, oh, I like it. I was like, it's a vibe. It's really a vibe. It just gives me like, I guess would you describe it as like a hip hop track? Yeah, like very old schoolish, but kind of mixed with some new stuff. And I love like a bit of like 90s kind of hip hop. It is really, really cool. So everyone needs to go and check it out. And you've also got a video for it. Yeah. How was it creating the video? So I had a friend who had previously helped me with the video, like a DIY video that I had made in India, and he had acted in it. So this time he was like, okay, let me like be the videographer. Oh, cool. So I was like, cool, like, you know, I'm also trying to just figure stuff out. So we just walked around London and just kept doing different takes in different locations while walking straight ahead, so it looked like a one take thing, but we changed the locations in the edit. So yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I guess it's like a very kind of is it supposed to be more of like a self-made kind of video, just like a that's really, really cool. Well, everyone make sure you go check it out. It's on YouTube. Yeah, Charity. So if you just type in Andrea Kristin Charity, you're gonna find everything. You're gonna find the video. So make sure you check it out. Do you find it hard to like be completely independent and have to do everything yourself? So you're having to shoot the video yourself, record the songs yourself, promote yourself. Like, how do you find it? Honestly, yeah, it's tiring, but I'm a bit of a control freak that way, so I like to be involved in everything, because my mom's like, oh, you know, you need to find someone to help you with these things, because like I'll always be sharing with her, and she was like, oh, tell me, I'll help you with some research or whatever you need. And I'm like, no, I like to do it myself because I like to know, you know, what's happening. It seems like your mum is super supportive though. That sounds, she just wants, you know, to help you. Yeah. I think mums always think they know what's best as well. It's like, oh, you can't possibly do it all by yourself. But you're proving that you can, and it's possible. Do you think in the future you would like to be signed, or you're happy like just stay independent? I think it depends really. Like, you know, nowadays most artists, like through social media or whatever, that's how they blow up. So I guess I just have to kind of up that game. And it's not like it was before, where labels were the only thing that would, you know, help an artist to become like a proper star or whatever. I don't know, that's the wrong word. But no, I get you. Like, so, like, I feel like back in the day you had to have a label to get that push to get to a certain point, and now people know it's not. Yeah. You don't need it. Yeah. Exactly. I think if you can do it yourself, it's always great. But then it's like, you know, as you said, down the line, if the right opportunity comes along, but you're obviously doing a great job already by yourself, so you don't need any help. So would you describe yourself more as like a rapper or singer, or just both? How would you describe yourself? I think both would be more accurate. Like I was initially just a singer. You know, I was part of the choir and stuff, so obviously, like, singing was the thing that I did most. And I think one day a friend asked me to do a feature for him on a rap song, and he was like, can you rap? And I was like, I don't know, actually. And after that, I mean, it wasn't that great, like, when I started, but I think everything comes with practice. So, you know, I started, like, rapping more often, and you know, I feel like with every release, a rap song release that I did, like, it just got better and better. So, you know, I hope that upward escalating graph is just keeps going that way. I'm sure it will. I love that you had no experience and you were just like, I'm gonna try. But so, like, that's all it takes sometimes. I mean, you just have to really try. And I think if you can already sing, you're already at least one step closer to kind of being able to rap. And is your album, was it like a mixture of, it was obviously both, like singing, rapping? Were there songs where it was purely rapping or purely singing?
No, I think like it was all a mix. The hook was usually always sung. Even if I was not the one singing, I had like someone else doing it or the choir doing it. There was one that was literally I had done a lot of poetry and stuff for the album as well, which were like the outros of some songs.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so I got someone a friend of a friend to read them, and I like doing bigger projects, if I'm being very honest, because I like the storytelling ability that you can do with like an EP or an album. But I feel like in today's day, nobody wants something that long. They want they don't want a body of work. They just want the 3 minutes and that's it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, which is sad. I mean, I've spoken about this on other episodes about how it is sad that nowadays it's not so much about like having one body of work, but I think we need to bring it back. And it's great that you've done that. You've had like a whole piece. Have you ever been to like poetry nights? Do you go and perform?
Not really. Like, I mean, I've been to open mics where I, sing, and I'll do like acoustic versions of the rap songs, so which would be kind of like a little more sing-songy than proper rap thing. But I do like to write poetry and stuff as well, but that's like just for me. Just
for yourself. No, that's good. Sometimes you just need to have your own little things that you keep private. I like that. Do you have any like top collaborations? Who would be like your dream people to collaborate with?
Ooh, okay. Tyler, the Creator.
Tyler. We love Tyler.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Tyler, the Creator, for sure. I'd really love to see Pharrell make a beat.
Ooh, I could see you on a Pharrell beat. That would be amazing.
That would be so cool. Like, even if it's not a collab, just to watch him make a beat, like him or Timbaland, I think that will be so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I do have artists that I really like that, I grew up on. That would be a dream to collaborate with.
Okay. Any names?
Like Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys. Alicia is amazing. Yeah. And such a talent. Yeah. And I think she's one of those artists who does a lot. Like she can rap, she can sing, she can obviously play piano incredibly. So I could see that. Yeah.
And Common. Ooh, I really like the texture of his voice. And this is a newer artist, but I mean he's not new though. But his name is Toby Nwigwe. Like I think he's super cool. The texture of his voice, the way he raps, and I love that his wife like raps in most of his songs as well.
Really,
it's so nice.
Where is he from? I haven't heard.
In America, somewhere in America.
I'll have to look him up. I always want to know about new artists.
So good. And like in all of their videos, he has his kids and stuff. It's such a family affair.
He's bringing his whole family through. Okay. Well, we're going to hopefully see that in the future. Yeah. Maybe we can get everyone on one song. Yeah. That would be a dream. Do you listen to any kind of like up and coming other artists like in the UK or anyone that you've met that you...
I'm not really that tapped into the UK scene like that. I do have like... I know that grime is a little bit like it's different. It's a different kind of writing style. It's a different kind of flow. Even the beats.
Different beats for sure, yeah.
And I would like to try that, but I'm not entirely sure it would suit me.
I think grime is such a like specific kind of genre that it's definitely not for everyone. And I think like you have to, but it's always something that you could try. And if you don't like it, it's not for you. But I don't know, I feel like grime nowadays isn't as big as like, now I feel like drill is kind of taking over in the UK. To be honest, I don't listen to a lot of UK hip hop. I listen to more like UK R&B. I feel like there's so many UK R&B people who are amazing and they don't get any spotlight. I feel like people kind of sleep on UK R&B. They just focus purely on American, which is, there's a lot of amazing American artists, but it's like we've got some incredible singers right here. So I'm like, let's focus on the UK, please. Thank you. So what we like to do on Talking Tea is do a little talk of the day, like a specific topic that we want to talk about. So it can either be something that we've had in the news or just something that I'm interested in.
Okay.
And I thought, as we have you here and you are of an Asian background, I thought it would be great to talk about parents and what your parents think of you going into a creative industry. So I think, especially with like people from Asian backgrounds and African backgrounds, I think we kind of have it similar in the sense that our parents are always like, you will be a lawyer, you will be a doctor, you will be a teacher, you may be an engineer, and that's about it. It's kind of like, those are like the options that you have, and if you don't do that, you're kind of a disappointment. So I just wanted to know, obviously you did do law, so you at least like have your degree, and I'm sure your parents are very happy, but how was it for you growing up, and when you first told your parents that you were interested in music? I mean, it sounds like they were supportive, they took you to a studio, you know. I don't feel like a lot of parents would do that, but yeah, how was it for you?
So growing up, like obviously my parents always, you know, it was more of like a extracurricular thing, being, you know, a singer and you know, performing for like annual days and you know, in the church and stuff. Like my parents were really happy that I was like in the church choir and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when I was like, you know, I want to do like music professionally and stuff, like they were like, oh, okay, like, but you know how parents will just like brush it off.
Yeah, they'll be like, okay, whatever, roll
like,
eyes.
Yeah. Like they never said no. That's one thing like I'm super grateful for. And like even when I used to make songs and stuff like that, my mom would always be like, oh, this is really nice, or this is not nice, so do it better, or like, you know.
Honest. Yeah. Honesty, yeah.
Yeah, she's like my biggest fan and biggest critic, my mom.
Okay.
So every song that I release goes through her first, and then only goes to people.
Okay. Mom has to have to say so.
She's the filter. But yeah, and then I think when I was going to do my undergrad, I asked my parents if I could do my undergrad in like music or something like that, or literature or something like that. Yeah, and they were just like, because I wanted to go abroad and do it, because I don't want to do music like, because most of the courses in India that they're more classical based, and I don't know, I was too influenced by Western culture that I wanted to not do that. I did do like I went for like 2 classes of the Trinity exams, like, you know, the people who train you for that. I went for 2 vocal classes, and I was just like, yeah, this is not it. You can't be telling me how to sing, you know, when you're a teenager.
Yeah,
and like,
you know everything.
Yeah, you know everything.
Yeah.
I was just like, why is she telling me what to do? But yeah, and my parents obviously was like, because I was like 17, my parents were like, no, you are not going abroad and living somewhere alone. And
you're like,
so
absolutely,
yeah. And my parents were also like, get a real degree first, then you can do what you want. And I mean, they never forced me to take law. Law was something I picked because if I had to do like something that's a non-creative field and a purely academic, law was something I was really interested in. And I do love it. If I didn't like love music as much as I did, I would be a lawyer. It's super interesting.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
That's good. At least it wasn't like you did your whole degree and you were like, I hate it here. I hate this. No,
I did hate it here when I was doing the degree. But
you powered through.
I powered through, yeah.
So I mean, it's great that you had a supportive mum and dad. And when they took you to the studio, like how did you feel? Were you like shocked that they were like, oh, like we actually want to like take you?
Yeah, like I felt really like supported. Honestly, I know a lot of musicians and like, I mean, people who are really good singers and musicians, but you know, they've never been like pushed or given an attaboy by their parents like as much as I have, and that's kind of what's given me the confidence that like, oh, I can be an artist, because my parents have like gassed me up so much.
They were like, you're amazing.
Yeah, so I think that has really helped, that they're so supportive. And I know even when, like my dad, for example, I know he doesn't understand what I'm doing,
Okay.
but he's so supportive. Like, he's there. Like, he'll just be like, oh, I don't understand that, but show me the song when it's done,
Oh, I love that. And do you think they would have maybe preferred you do a different genre of music, or were they okay with you doing hip hop? Like, what did they think of that?
No, like, I mean, they think like what I do is really nice. And, my mom, she thinks that my lyrics are the best part of my music. Okay. So the fact that through hip hop, like, I get to, because it's not sung, you can put more words in a verse, and that storytelling ability is there in hip hop because of that, because you can add more words, and she likes that. So she doesn't have a problem. Obviously, like, sometimes she'll be like, why do you have to cuss though?
Oh yeah, it's like the swearing. That's when I'll be like, actually, that's kind of where I draw the line. That's really good. I think it's nice that they didn't push you to do, law. I mean, you kind of chose it yourself, and then the fact that they're completely fine, and your biggest supportive. So I think it does make a huge difference when you don't have that. And I think sometimes, when you're from a certain heritage, you just feel like you're living in like two worlds. Like you go home, you're with your parents and you have to be a certain way, and then you're with your friends and you're a certain way. But it's like, if you can just be yourself at all times and be your authentic self, I think it means a lot. And do you have any kind of artists that you, like other Asian or Indian artists that you would like to, let people know about? Because I feel like there's a lot, even in the UK as well.
Oh my God, there are a lot. So I did a show on the 13th of August, and it was this South Asian celebration. I don't know, like it was everything. It was it's called like the Sustainable Futures exhibition. So it was basically an art exhibition, but it had fashion, music, everything. It was organized by a friend who has like a little community thing called Daga Art. Okay. So definitely like go and check that out, and you can see all of the amazing South Asian artists that performed. Amazing. And like it was just so nice to have that sense of like community and belonging, and like especially being somewhere that's not in your like motherland. It's so nice to be among peers, and it feels like family, Yeah, I can imagine that. And that was in London. Yeah. I feel like it's because sometimes I feel like you can feel like you're kind of like alone in this, and it's so nice to see other people from the same background, same community, and be like, we are all in this together. We need to champion each other and kind of like promote each other, I think, as well. I think that's the most important thing. Was it like all genres? I'm sure like different kinds of styles. So there was even like a DJ thing. There was R&B artists, acoustic art, like indie artists. So it was a mix of everything. Okay. But yeah, it was. I mean, I feel like there's so many like amazing Asian artists around. I need to get into more because I feel like I need to just spread my like horizons in terms of like the type of music that I listen to, because I really, really love all music. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a little dive into that. And have you got any more kind of shows that are coming up, or what are your plans for like the next few months of the year? No shows at the moment. I am going to India for like a trip for like a month, so hopefully I'll do some shows in India that time. That'll be amazing. Yeah, maybe Bangalore and Bombay. Okay. So definitely maybe there I'm trying to organize something. But yeah, I think for new music for the rest of the year, I would say I have 2 more songs that I would be releasing. Okay. So are they done? They're completely... for one of them, I'll be doing it while I'm in India, so we'll be recording a video and everything there. But the other one, I'm kind of done with the recording process and stuff. It's just the creatives. And can you give any hint, like what it's like, what the name is? So I can tell you about the one that's coming out in October. Okay. So it's called Amnesia. It's an R&B song. Ooh, so I will be listening to that. So yeah, it's kind of like very heartbreak stuff. obviously the title is Amnesia.
It's okay. We all need a little heartbreak song sometimes.
Yeah. So it's just, I produced it myself and everything.
Oh, you produced it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you produce as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. Did you learn that at uni?
No, I just kind of, so my parents bought Logic Pro for me.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, I took an online course or tutorial on how to use Logic. And then after that, it was just YouTube videos on how to make beats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I produced my whole album as well.
That's amazing. I didn't know you were a self-producing girl. Like, that is incredible. Like, you're really a one-woman show. That's amazing. Okay, so we're definitely going to be checking out for that. Yeah. So you've got those songs that will be coming out, and then do you have any plans for like another album, maybe like next year or?
So Amnesia was actually the last song in an EP that I made.
Okay.
So I'm still kind of debating whether I should release that EP or not.
Why? Why are you debating?
It's like a fully R&B EP. So I'm still kind of debating because, you know, for example, Charity and the song that I'll be releasing in December, they're very like hard and, you know, they're proper rap and stuff. And like, I don't know if I want people to see a soft side of me.
But I feel like you should. You can be like, this is one part of me. And then you could maybe do like a hip hop EP straight after. And you're like, this is another part of me. Or maybe you want to like merge them and just do an album.
Yeah. Because like compared to like hip hop and stuff, like R&B is so chill, right? I don't want it to feel like a dip. That's why I'm just like, oh, like if I release something that's so chill, the EP might. But the EP is ready, actually.
I mean, being an R&B fan, R&B girl, I would be like, release it and let the world hear it. But, you know, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you could do like, maybe record a few more songs, like hip hop songs, and then like put them in there as well.
Yeah.
So that it's not like, maybe just like drop a few.
Yeah.
How many songs have you done then for the EP?
There are just 4.
There's 4.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I want to hear it. So let's see. Maybe next year we might have the EP with R&B.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm going to be waiting for that, to hear that. Okay, so where would you say you see yourself in like, say 5 years time? Where would you want to be as Andrea Kristin, the artist, in 5 years?
I think I want to have done a couple of shows in India, like big shows, maybe opened for a bigger Indian artist, and the same in the UK. I don't know if I want to be signed or anything, but I'd like to, you know, at least have like one song that's done really, really well. I mean, I think that's what everyone wants.
Yeah, but I'm sure, I mean, we're not even going to say for 5 years. That's going to be like in like a couple of months.
Yeah. But I also like want to songwrite for other people.
Okay.
So I really want to like have like a songwriting credit on like a big artist's song. That's a goal that I want to have.
Okay, that would be amazing. Oh, I mean, also because you produce, you could also like produce other people. I think that's amazing. Okay, well, we'll be looking out for you. We'll be looking out for you everywhere. So plug yourself to everyone. Let everyone know where they can find you on social media.
So for Instagram, my handle is I am Andrea Kristin, and YouTube is just Andrea Kristin. If you type it into the,
she'll come up. That's great when you have an easy name to find and it doesn't come up with like 20 other people before yourself.
Yeah, and
that's
it's Kristin
great.
with a K, so that's kind of, I don't think a lot of people have that.
Yeah, and it's Kristin, not Christine, so no E on the end, right?
Yeah.
Kristin.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on to Talking Tea. It's been so lovely to talk to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Anytime. And make sure you check out her single, Charity. Video, song, everything is out now, and she's got bigger and better things coming for the rest of the year and all the years to come. So this has been Talking Tea with Yeye and Andrea, and we'll be back next time with another new guest. So stay tuned. Peace.